Hey guys, I just got back from the grocery store and I made my two little, not so little brothers join along with me. So if you guys are watching this, leave a comment with the words grocery list. And what I'm going to do is as soon as this video is over, I'm going to private message you my actual printable grocery list that I bring to the grocery store myself. And so it's just like a one-pager. In fact, Luke, I just printed it off. If you want to go grab it off the printer, that would be awesome. So what I was going to do is, a lot of people ask me how you eat healthy on a budget. So I spend about $400 a month on groceries. And so for a family of 4, and so it's actually on the printer. Oh. My little brother. So make sure you leave a comment with the word grocery list, and I will private message you your list that you can take to the grocery store with you, which my brother's going to show you. So yeah, this is the official. So this is the actual grocery list that you're going to get, and it comes with a little grocery list that you can check off everything that you need. So here's my brother Bo. You guys, my brother's in the Navy. He just got home yesterday. He's here for the holidays, and let's see, what do you do, Bo, in the Navy?
I'm a submariner.
Look how big he is! I'm 5'8", so my brother's tall.
Yeah, I thought I was a big dude. It's been a while.
So I dragged these guys to the grocery store. How was that?
It was good. I've been there before.
So I made Luke lives with me in the basement, and I've made Luke go grocery shopping for me before.
Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard.
Whatever, I'm trying to tell these guys that it's not that hard.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just joking. No, you guys...
It's a girl thing.
Oh, whatever. It's also, you're 18. I think it's just an adult thing, being an adult. But my brother is going, what's the word? Not deployed, but like you're going underway. And he's going to be in the submarine for a whole year. Anyways, what I wanted to do was, so I'm really excited to see him, is what I'm saying. So, do you guys, okay, I'll give you a second. In a second, I'm going to show you guys everything I got at the store. But I am going to, do you guys have any stories you want to share with people when they were growing up?
I don't know. I was the youngest. I don't even have no idea.
So Luke is 17? No.
I'm 18.
No, I mean years. Years. 14 years.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, Luke's 14 years younger than me. You don't have any memories?
What about the, can I tell them the spider memory?
I don't remember that, so go ahead.
The one that got caught in your jeans? That's what you could figure out.
Okay, this is a funny story. You can tell me both.
Alright, so my dad was always on her growing up about cleaning her room up. And she refused because she's a typical girl. And one day she went to go change and put on her pants, and we just heard screaming. And she came running out of her room because she found a spider in her jeans. And needless to say, her room's been spotless ever since. So she learned her lesson, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was messy. So Luke lives with me now. We were just talking about this, how, like, I'm not the easiest person to live with because I like things very clean and, like, not cluttered. And so for an 18-year-old kid,
I know, it's not even that. I leave my laptop on the counter.
No, Luke's actually really good. But sometimes I come home and I'm like on him. I'm like, Luke, there's a crumb on the counter.
It's not bad, though.
Alright, cool. So let me show you guys what I do. I don't buy these things every single week necessarily because like sometimes I might buy things in bulk. So I might, like rice for example is on my, so let me show you. In my brand new program, you guys, all of this stuff is included. So you get the grocery list, you get weekly meal plans that get updated every single week. So on my meal plan this week, like I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, breakfast sometimes I might have oats, or lunch sometimes I might have some rice. Well, I already have rice in my pantry, so I didn't have to buy those things this week. By the way, all of this was only $62.91 for this week's haul. So I know a lot of times people think eating healthy is more expensive, and it is for sure if you're going through McDonald's drive-thru, which I never do. Just joking.
We were just there 30 minutes ago.
No, you guys, sometimes I do go through McDonald's. Like, we've done, and I'm not like anti-McDonald's, that happens sometimes. But the thing is that if you get the foods that are on sale, and if you are willing to prepare your food, you can get healthy food a lot less expensive. So what I do is I go through my weekly list and I kind of mentally note like, okay, what do I have, what don't I have? And then when I go to the store, I only buy what's on sale. So like today, for example, when you walk in the store, the produce section is first. And so I'm like, okay, what vegetables do I want to eat this week? What's on sale? Those are the two things I weigh in my head. And what do I already have at my house? So what I did is cucumbers and zucchini squash were cheap. These were 69 cents a piece. So I got some cucumbers that I can slice up and just sprinkle some salt on. to snack on. I got zucchini that sometimes I'll cut and do like zucchini noodles. You guys don't have to stay in it if you don't want to.
You guys sitting here messing with each other.
Get out of here. Anybody else have brothers like mine? Goofballs?
We're like best friends.
Okay.
Looking good.
What I do is I use my zucchini noodler and I'll make zucchini noodles, or sometimes I'll just chop it into small pieces and it adds volume to, like, if you're cooking meat or something like that. And then these were only, again, I think these were 79 cents a pound. So I wanted peppers. I was going to make stuffed peppers this week, but when I went to the store, they were $2.29 a pepper, per pepper. And I was like, I guess we're not going to do stuffed peppers this week, because for me, that's too much. Like, if they're $1 per pepper, I'll pay that. Less is even better. I got some lettuce that I'll either make into salad, or I will put on sandwiches, because I like to do, a lot of times for lunch, I'll do like chicken sandwiches, which I'll show you here in a second. And I did get rice cauliflower, which I think this was $3 for this bag, which is way more expensive than if I were to chop it myself, but the convenience for me is worth it. And if you guys saw my post from the other night, I like to make cauliflower rice a lot. So if you guys are just tuning in, again, make sure you leave a comment with the word grocery list, and what I'll do is I'll send you my exact grocery list that I actually bring to the store myself, and that's what helps me keep on my budget of about $400 to $500 a month for my whole family for groceries. The key, you guys, to staying on budget with, there goes, get out of my video. My little brothers are here being goofballs. The key to staying on budget is just to not buy all the little, like, prepackaged stuff that's like $4 a box or $5 a box. A lot of times when I get rice, I buy it in bulk at Winco. Those little things will really nickel and dime you really, really easily. And then just make sure that everything that you buy, you get that's on sale. So I got a gallon of milk. My kids like to drink milk, and then I also like to put whole milk in my coffee. I don't get organic milk. A lot of people ask me that. Here's my philosophy on it. In the summer and spring, I grow a lot of my own vegetables, and I also hunt and fish. So almost all of our meat is free range because we hunt it ourselves. And so I don't really buy the organic free range chicken or the organic milk just because it's not in my budget. But everybody's different on that. I'm not saying that everybody should go that way. That's just what I personally do. I always get some bananas because that goes in the week meal plan. And then some spaghetti squash because it was on sale. So I'll cook those for lunches and dinners. And usually what I do, if you guys have watched my videos in the past, you can see that I cook a lot of times a lot of vegetables and everything in bulk so that I'm not constantly cooking. Because what I had to figure out a couple of years ago when I started eating healthy and when I really started trying to lose weight through nutrition is that at first it was really hard because I felt like I was cooking all the time and I was doing dishes all the time. So I found little hacks on ways to make healthy eating a lot easier to maintain throughout the year. And so everything that I know about nutrition, I put into my brand new program. So I put the link at the bottom of this post. I'm really, really, really excited. We have so many people that joined today. I'm getting started on my New Year's plan on January 8th. So if you guys want to join with me, I'm giving everybody a 2-week $1 trial into the group. So you get full access to all the workouts, all the meal plans, all the 300 plus recipes. Everything's included. Alright, so remember how I told you that the regular peppers were like $2.50 each? Well, I found a bag of sweet peppers for $3.99, so I got that instead. And then what I'll do is I'll chop it up and put it into stir fries, or I'll just eat them raw for snacks, or maybe dip them in hummus or something like that. And then I got a couple apples as well. So that was my produce. Oh, and I got potatoes. So I like red potatoes, golden potatoes, which these are, or just regular russet potatoes, or sweet potatoes, or yams. I use a lot of potatoes because one, they're cheap. I live here in Idaho, so potatoes are extra cheap here. And two, they just taste good. There's so many things you can do with them. You can make hash browns in the morning. You can dice them and do rosemary potatoes, roasted potatoes, mashed potatoes. Like, there's just so many things, and they're cheap. This whole bag was $3 for just 5 pounds. And russet potatoes are even cheaper. So one of the things that I like to get are almonds to snack on in our meal plan this week with snack number 2, which you get 3 snacks a day and 3 meals. Snack number 2 calls for 1 ounce of almonds. I got these because they were on sale. They were 2 for $5. So normally I think these are $4 or $5 per thing, and they were on sale. So that's why I picked them up. And I'll vary my meal plan. Like in the meal plan, we give different ideas. So it's like these are the portion sizes you want to follow for the meal, and then these are some ideas on ways you can cook them. So you could do tacos, you could do steak and potatoes, you could do spaghetti, you could do steak kebabs. Like, we give you lots of different ideas. So that way I'm teaching you guys how you can learn to eat healthy but keep it on a budget. I did get some sugar-free Jello. I only bought one box because these were $2 per box, and I like to stay on a budget, and I don't like to spend money if I don't have to. And so I just bought one box. But the reason I like the sugar-free Jello, and I know some of you might come in here and comment that it's full of chemicals and everything, but sometimes if I'm really like having a sugar craving, some sugar-free stuff is good to have on hand. I don't eat it all the time. It's just nice as like, you know, otherwise so I don't raid the pantry for chocolate chips or whatever. So I was out, so I got one box of that. I did get Greek yogurt. I like to make breakfast parfaits a lot. If you guys watch my Instagram Insta stories, you know that I make those quite often. I'll do like a cup of Greek yogurt with a cup of blueberries, some strawberries, some sliced almonds, and some cashew lean cereal. And that whole thing I think is like 300 calories-ish, I think. I don't have it right here in front of me. And it's like 24 grams of protein, so it's an awesome fast breakfast where I don't have to cook. So I do like to get the plain Greek yogurt. Now here's the thing with Greek yogurt. You want to make sure you look at the profile on the back, because some of these are loaded with sugar and some of them don't have as much protein as the others. So I like the Chobani brand. Locally around here, Winco brand has really high protein, about 22 grams per serving. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm seeing lots of comments for grocery lists. So make sure you leave a comment with the word grocery list, and what I'll do is I'll send an instant message onto your Facebook account with my actual grocery list that I personally use when I go shopping. So that's really, really helpful because you can just check everything off. I do use unsweetened vanilla almond milk because when I like to make protein shakes, I use the MRM brand protein powder. I didn't get this at the grocery store. I just pulled it out to show you guys. They make the best protein, and if you use the code Natalie at checkout, you'll get 40% off your entire order. So it's one of the cheapest protein sources you can find. And you don't have to have a protein shake to see results. It's just sometimes an easier way to get your protein in per day. And then this week I got a thing of chicken breasts. But if you guys follow my Snapchats or Insta stories, you see that I cook these in bulk, like on Sundays or Thursdays usually. And then basically what I do is I cook in bulk twice a week, and then I use a lot of those leftovers in meals throughout the week. So say on Sunday I grill this whole thing of chicken breasts. Then what I'll do is, like, for lunch I'll have chicken sandwiches where I'll take this Dave's Killer Bread and I might do some olive oil, mayonnaise, like 4 ounces of chicken, some sliced tomatoes, salt and pepper, and mustard. So it's like a really good lunch. It's a sandwich. It's probably about, that's probably about 30 grams of protein, and it's easy to make in advance. So you know, a lot of times people are like, oh, you just make chicken in bulk and then you don't know what to do with it. My brothers are being goofballs in the background. What I do is I just get creative with different ways to use that meat. So when I cook the meat, I keep it pretty basic so then I can season it later. So I might use that chicken to do tacos, or I might use it to do sandwiches. I do sandwiches a lot. I might chop it up and do a stir fry with the different vegetables that I bought. So that's what I got there. And then I also was out of coffee. So I am not a coffee connoisseur. I just buy the cheap coffee because I like to stay on a budget. And that's what I got this week. So I also have a freezer. Some things that I already have in my freezer that I didn't have to buy this week are frozen berries. I have oats and rice in my pantry, and tortillas in my fridge. And because we hunt, I do have ground elk and venison steaks. And so instead of buying sirloin steak, that's what we use. So I know that, you know, if you were buying those steaks, what I recommend is sirloin because it's a leaner cut, and then that would increase your budget a little bit, but that's how it really helps me stay on the low end of that $400 to $500, is because we hunt and fish for a lot of our own meat. So that's it. You don't see a lot of prepackaged stuff. A lot of times people want to know, well, what do I give my kids for an after-school snack? They eat a lot of the same stuff I do, actually the exact same stuff I do. So we'll do like apples and peanut butter. We'll do vegetables and hummus. We'll do sliced cucumbers. We'll do sometimes like a peanut butter and honey sandwich on this Dave's Killer Bread. We'll do potato. Like, my kids eat the same stuff I do. So instead of, see, that's one of the best ways to stay on a budget, is to not buy all the prepackaged stuff. That's really what's going to get you, and what's like, you're not even going to realize it, but all of a sudden your grocery list is going to creep up by an extra $50, $60 every single time. If you have a box of granola bars, that's $4. If you have a box of, you know, mac and cheese, that's $4. If you have a thing of goldfish, that's, you know, $1.50 each. Those are really going to get you. And so this whole haul, everything that you guys just saw, I'll see if I can bring it up here. Sorry guys, my phone spilled. Where are we? Everything that you just saw was about $66, and that will last us. Oh, and the other thing that I already had in my fridge was eggs. I already had eggs in my fridge, so I didn't have to purchase those, but those are cheap anyways. So, you guys, this is funny. I couldn't find my tripod that I usually do for Facebook Lives, and so I had to like prop my phone up on these, like, I can show you, like, first I tried this little holder and it didn't work, so then I tried these boxes and all kinds of crazy stuff. But so I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, continue to leave them in the comments below. I'm just going to say this one last time. If you're just tuning in, make sure to leave a comment with the word grocery list, and I will send you my actual grocery list as an instant message right away as soon as I'm done with this video, where you get my actual grocery list that I bring to the store myself. Somebody just left a really good comment. What do I do for school lunches? So my daughter is in preschool, so she eats lunch. Oh, I got mascara dripping down my face. Good one, Natalie. And so she eats lunch at home with me, so whatever I make for lunch, she gets. And then I feel like I should do this. I think this looks weird. And then my son, like half the days I'll let him get school lunch, and then half the days I make his lunch. So in our Modern Mom Lifestyle, we have a whole section with kids' school lunches, and that's super helpful of things that you can pack. So you guys are awesome. I hope this was helpful. Yes, these are groceries for a whole week, including everything I have in my pantry, which I can show you if you guys want. Some of the things that I keep in my pantry, if that's helpful. Yeah, I still have my Christmas tree up. Yikes, my pantry is a mess. I don't even know where anything is to show you. I wasn't planning on doing this. Okay, so what I do is I'll buy like long grain brown rice. I'll just flip it and show you guys. So you can see I keep like rice and beans. I keep right here, so it looks like really inexpensive. Here's where I have like my almonds, and I do have some breadcrumbs. I don't know. I have a bunch of random stuff. Some chia seeds, some nuts. This is going to be helpful for you guys. I think it's really messy. But oatmeal I have in the pantry, and then in my fridge I had eggs, and my brother lives with me, so some of the stuff in here is his, but a lot of the condiments and eggs I already had. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, continue to leave them in the comments below. If you're watching this later, leave a comment with the word grocery list, and we'll get that to you right away. So have a good night, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.